Code Red. We got a Code Red, man. No intro needed, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's your boy Prince, back with another video. And you see what the title's saying. Calvin Johnson coming out of retirement to play for the Raiders? You know we gotta check this out, man. The Raiders is already stacked. With Marshawn Lynch now, with them there, and then now Calvin soon, or speculations of Calvin Johnson, Megatron? Optimus Niggerus? You're bugging, bro. Let's get it, man. Let's check out this video. First of all, guys, I just want to say shout out to Mike Mack for the video.
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now, you're probably looking at the title and like, Mike, what the hell are you talking about? Essentially, what this is an article or an interview with Calvin Johnson where they went in depth and they asked him a couple questions. He essentially insinuated that if he were to come out of retirement, that he would want to play for somebody like a Derek Carr. Now, as a disclaimer, this article was written by a Raiders fan, so obviously it's a little biased. But if you look at everything that's leading up to it, the situation that's happening right now, it's a very possible thing. I want to get into the article right here and read you a couple excerpts of what exactly he said. The basic gist of this article is that Calvin Johnson suggested that he would still be playing professional football if the Lions released his contract. This article talks about how Megatron doesn't really play in a position that has a short shelf life. Megatron, he's a wide receiver. He's only like 30 years old. There's still a possibility he can come back and be a good player. Calvin Johnson said, I don't have the freedom to just go. I was stuck in my contract with Detroit, and they told me they would not release my contract, so I would have to come back to them. So I didn't see a chance for them to win a Super Bowl at the time, and for the work I was putting in, it didn't seem worth beating my head against the wall, not going anywhere. It's the definition of insanity. In the interview, which I will leave as a link in the description, Calvin Johnson also added that he's definitely thought about playing for other teams in the NFL. This situation is very similar to the situation of Marshawn Lynch.
Yes,
in that instance, the Seahawks didn't let Lynch out of his contract. They simply couldn't afford it. So they traded him to the Raiders, and the two sides negotiated a new deal. Now, when Calvin was asked what were some of the quarterbacks that he really wanted to play with in the NFL, he said this: Brett Favre. When I came into the league, he was on his way out, but I got to see him play in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is the other Green Bay guy who has got a cannon for an arm. There's a young cat that I just met, Derek Carr, out of Oakland. I really like that guy. Now, obviously, this is very circumstantial, but there is a very big insinuation that if Megatron could get out of his contract and play with a quarterback in the NFL, in today's NFL, it would be somebody like a Derek Carr. So essentially, Calvin Johnson is willing to come out of retirement, or essentially, or possibly, or might be willing to come out of retirement if he can play for a championship contender. That's essentially what he insinuated with his comments. He was helping out at a Raiders training camp, at least I'm pretty sure it was a Raiders training camp, and he saw Marshawn Lynch, he saw the situation he was in, and I bet you he was thinking, man, that would be kind of cool for me. Now, the only way that this would happen...
Yeah, nigga, because I would say the same thing. Oh, yeah, you got Marshawn Lynch. Oh, yeah, Skittles McNiddles, and then you got Niggosaurus. Megatronosaurus? Yeah, I'm on my way over there, cuz.
Actually happened is if Calvin Johnson came out of retirement, his contract, it was still with the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions would have to either release him, which I doubt they would ever do that, or they'd have to trade him to the Raiders. Now, for the Raiders to actually get Calvin Johnson on their team, they'd have to give up a good amount of assets. I would bet at least a couple draft picks. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything crazy because chances are this deal was never thought to have happened before. And if Calvin says, listen, there's no way I'm ever going to play for the Lions ever again, the Lions will be dumb to not trade him and at least get something for literally nothing. So I think that there is at least a chance, at least a possibility that we could see Megatron back in the NFL. Now, I do have a question for you Lions fans. Is this something that you want? Like, are you okay with this? I know you guys are obviously all very big Lions fans, very big Calvin Johnson, Megatron fans. Would you be okay with him playing in a different uniform? I feel like at first you guys are going to say, Mike, no way. I don't want him to play in a different uniform. I want him to stick with the Lions for his entire career. But then once you think about it, you're like, okay, there's no way he's going to ever play for any other team. God damn it. I don't really remember where I was at right there, but I think I was talking about Calvin Johnson never being able to come back to the Detroit Lions. He's only going to play for the Oakland Raiders, or somebody that has a quarterback like the Oakland Raiders. So Lions fans, if this gives you an opportunity to watch your man, Calvin Johnson, will always be known as a Detroit Lion, Calvin Johnson to come back in the NFL, would you guys want that? Obviously, I'm not a Lions fan. I've never really been like a diehard...
Man, all I gotta say is this, right? If he comes back to the NFL, it's gonna be crazy. You know, Mike was saying a lot of good points. That would be crazy if he does come back to the NFL, man. But anyway, oh my God, don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to do a live stream later with some challenges with my little brother, and come check it out. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget to, yeah, you know what I said. Let's get it.